Hello and welcome to our adventures in East Anglia. So coming up in this video, we explore some of the many iconic windmills found throughout Norfolk. We also get attacked by bugs.
Oh wait, bugs.
We learn about some of the incredible Roman forts in the area, and Ellie also gets some food. What are we doing now?
Getting some food.
So yes, in this video we are exploring Norfolk. This is the first part in my short series of videos from around East Anglia. And we're beginning with a Roman fort. Now, a little bit of backstory. We actually have two Roman forts in this video, both of which were part of the Saxon Shore. If you don't know what the Saxon Shore was, it was a series of Roman fortifications placed on both sides of the English Channel. And the two forts that we're seeing in this video are both located within Norfolk. The first of which, let's begin with the epic Burgh Castle. Excited, Ellie? Mm-hmm. You love Roman things.
Absolutely.
Ellie looks a Roman fort.
Yes, I can see.
So this Roman fort is actually one of the best preserved Roman monuments in the country. It was built in the late 3rd century and we were just shocked at how intact all of these walls were. So back in the Roman times this fort was operating, this would have been a massive estuary that is much bigger than it is today. So just down here behind me is likely a docking area for various ships. Great views of the windmill.
Yes, but you have to drive half hour to get there.
Yeah, we could swim if you want. I mean, it is hot enough today, isn't it?
Oh look, there's a boat.
There you go, hop on it.
Yes, and then ask them to just drop us at the windmill.
So here we are now at what is, I believe, the best preserved part of the walls of this fort. This is one of the towers here the Romans would have been patrolling atop. 3 of the towers are still remaining today, but the 4th one has probably kind of sunk into the marshes below. But these walls are standing pretty much to their original height that they would have been, which is really impressive for something that dates back to around 340 AD. So there's also this really interesting circular walk around. I think it's around a mile long, and you can explore this lovely Norfolk Broads style marshland. Where it's very interesting, very surreal as well actually, to look over into the abyss. And this right here is why you cannot walk just over there to that window. So yes, we'll check out the other fort of Caister-on-Sea toward the end of the video, but now let's switch over to some of the iconic windmills that you can find located all over Norfolk. Where are we, Ellie?
At the windmill.
Which one?
Horsey, I think.
So as I said earlier, this is a wind pump, not a windmill. It was originally built in 1912 and it would have been used to pump water throughout the Broads.
Wow, that. Look at that.
Doesn't look like that today.
No, well that was a flood from the sea anyway, but still.
Oh, okay.
In 1938.
There you go.
5.5 months of flood. Imagine that. Just sitting there in your house for 5 months and not going anywhere, kind of like a lockdown.
Yeah. Sounds all too familiar.
If I look straight through these gaps, I just get my legs wobbly. Does that make sense?
Fear of heights.
Yeah. Oof. Oof.
No? This wind pump is the newest in the Norfolk Broads, and it was working up until 1943 when it was unfortunately struck by lightning.
Hello. Going down the stairs.
So yes, that was one of my personal highlights from this trip. It was just so interesting. And one thing that I didn't actually realise is that the entire top of the windmill actually rotates. I didn't notice until we went back to the same location the next day and found that the whole thing had rotated around, which I'm sure you can imagine my confusion at the time. The reason we went back again another day was so that we could walk to another nearby wind pump. This one is called Brograve Mill. This one is left in complete ruins today, but it is no less iconic. And so here is some footage of our hike. So here we are back again at this very familiar location. We were here yesterday, was it? Yes, it was.
Yes, you are.
We're in the evening this time and we're going to do a lovely little walk. We're also on the hottest day
Yes.
so far. I think it's about 31 degrees and it's currently like 8 p.m. and it's still like 30 or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start our hike and see what we see.
I can't walk up there.
Yeah. Well, I think we've gone the wrong way.
Well, we went the wrong way because of you. I said it's not this way, but you said, no, Ellie, it's this way. Fine.
We got a nice view. We're going the right way now, Ellie.
Yeah, well, because I know where I'm going. Unlike someone else.
So yes, after a little detour, we are actually now heading the right direction to Brograve Mill, which is a little bit of a ruined mill, around a 45-minute walk away from Horsey Windpump. We're passing some very scenic, classic Norfolk Broad landscapes right now behind us.
Bugs.
It is pretty buggy.
Very buggy.
So here we are at Brograve Mill. The structure today, as you can probably see, is in a very sort of unsafe and broken down state, but it is incredibly iconic. I saw it in photos and was just like, whoa, we have to come here. We've been walking for around 45 minutes. So this wind pump was built in 1771 and was working until around 1930. So yes, very interesting. We're going to leave that there, and that sums up today as well. A very hot day, so enjoy some cinematics. So we're on to the final part of the video now, and we're going to finish back on the other Roman forts. And so, yes, here's some footage from our visit of Caister-on-Sea. So here we are now at the end of the day. We're losing the light. It's around 10 p.m. That's the great thing about summer. We can still see this stuff. And this is Caister-on-Sea Roman Fort, which was built in around 200 AD and was occupied until the end of the 4th century. So even though there's not too much left of this fort today, it was actually a very big fort in its prime. This is because it housed Roman infantry, cavalry and sailors all in one place because of its close proximity to the massive estuary that would have been here at the time. Here is a view of this fort as it may have looked. This sort of big building that you can see behind me here, all the way down to where Ellie is sitting. This is how it may have looked. A bit of a reconstruction back in the day. And so that summarizes the video. In the next one, we are going to be heading down to Suffolk and exploring an old military test site that is now a nature reserve. And that place was absolutely amazing. So if you are interested in that, feel free to click the link here. It's also down in the description. Please subscribe if you did enjoy this video. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. And goodbye.